Hello, everybody. I have truly missed y'all. I am so happy to be here. I feel refreshed. I'm excited about just being back out and about to be able to share and talk about relationships, talk about people's lives, talk about me, talk about you. So, we are now, my guest today, whenever we get our technical difficulties together. My guest today is a very long time friend of mine. We were even high school sweethearts, but we have such a cool relationship that we have continued to talk off and on throughout the years just about life. And he's always been one of those people who have been so brutally honest with me just about everything. So when we talk, I don't have to worry about things being sugar coated or him not being completely and totally honest. I can really respect. Now, don't get me wrong, his truth may cut and it may be off the wall, but it is definitely truthful. I'm working through with him right now to get him online, and we're trying to see what's going on with him and his device. But I see that I have people watching. I'm so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for returning with me. If you don't know, when you feel yourself being overwhelmed and you've done more for others than you've done for yourself, it is okay to take a moment to be still and take care of you, however long that is, 30 days, 6 months, 2 years, whatever you need to do to get back to your higher self. Please take the time to do it because I feel like a whole new person now. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's check in with handsome Timmy. What's going on? I can hear you.
Okay.
So what's going on with your system?
Unfortunately, I'm unable to get my camera and my camera to come on.
Well, here's the thing. I don't even see you in my actual studio because typically what happens if you're in, you would be sitting in my green room. And even if I couldn't see your face, I would see your name. Did you get to a
Okay.
point where you had to type your name in? You
Yes.
did. You typed your name in.
Hmm.
Okay. So I see your name. I see that you're popping up.
Ah,
Okay. So what is your computer telling you?
I'm actually on my phone.
Okay.
It's not it's saying I'm backstage.
It is saying you're backstage.
Yes, I am backstage.
Okay.
But it's still telling me that my browser cannot access the app.
Ah, okay. Because that's what it's saying. I cannot add you until until you connect your mic or your camera phone. So it won't let you connect either one.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I apologize during your broadcast if this is going on.
No, no need to apologize. Life
I should
happens.
have I should have been better prepared, but I wasn't expecting this. I thought I was just going to log on and continue.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I suggest that you hang up with me and try it again and see if it allows you to
Okay,
do it without me being on the phone.
gotcha. Okay.
All right. So this is the part that's funny to me, y'all. You always have see, I told him, I said, I don't think you'll be able to do this on the telephone with me. He, as the man, said, that should not make a difference. Didn't you say that as a man, Tim? Can you hear me? You hear me?
How are you?
Now that you see me, can you activate your microphone so we can hear you?
All right. Is that better?
I'm trying.
Okay.
I got action there.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Cool.
I was just talking about you
Technical
though. Yes,
difficulties, but we worked it out somehow.
look at So I'm just gonna say, didn't I say, hey Tim, why don't you try to do it and hang up because you may not be able to do it on the phone?
That's exactly what you said.
I'll leave it
I'm
there.
telling you, man, women are is a powerful thing.
We try.
That's all you get. Just leave it at that.
I'm done.
Leave it at that.
I'm not gonna say
How
nothing.
are you?
I am great. How are
How
you?
are you? I'm great, 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 great. I appreciate this opportunity. That light in the background ain't too much, is
No, keep your head right there.
it? I shall try. I shall
I
try.
appreciate you wearing the U.S. Marine Corps shirt.
Yes, yes. It's the after shower gear.
It-
After shower gear. After work, after shower gear. I always have to represent my amphibious military group.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so
Shout out to Xavier. Shout out to Xavier.
yes, he's somewhere here in the house, y'all.
Oh, okay, cool.
He came home for a month because he's getting ready
That's what's
to
up.
be shipped off. So I'm grateful for that. I'm really, really grateful for that.
That's what's up.
So talk to me, Tim. Give us a little background. Now, guys, typically what I do is I choose people that I follow on Instagram that have a tendency to do one or two things. Either they make me think, they make me laugh, or they make me go, did you really just say that? So Tim does all three of those things. Not just on Instagram, but like I was saying earlier, in all of our conversations that we have, he's very much brutally honest with me. He doesn't, if it hurts my feelings, he'll apologize after, but not for what he said, but just for me feeling the way that I feel as a result of what he said. So that's why I chose to talk to him, because his perspective on relationships is it's different. It's different, but it is
Okay.
what it is. So okay, so give us a little background about you, Tim.
Where should I start? As far as relationships are concerned, if it's to be done within a relationship, whether positive or negative, I've probably done it. I've been married a few times.
Oh, I didn't know that. You've been married more than once?
Yes.
Oh.
I have dated to exhaustion. Uh, in any situation of dating that has existed, I've probably experienced it. I'm 48.
Hold on, Tim. Hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
Hold
Okay.
on. In any situation. So that means you've dated a guy?
No. Okay. Aside from homosexual activity, I have not participated in that.
Okay.
So no, never hadn't dated a guy.
Okay.
Wow, we dabbling early, ain't it?
No, you said any type of relationship, I have dabbled in it.
In the context or under the umbrella of a heterosexual relationship.
There we go. Okay.
Clarification, man. Communication is important, ain't it? Agreed. Okay.
How long were you married? The first marriage?
First marriage, I was very young. Got married at 20. She was 19. And you know, with the reasoning was because I got her pregnant. And being raised how we were raised in the church, you know, you were just taught to kind of do the right thing. So being a young man in the military at that particular time, I was considering myself doing the right thing, not knowing that I was involved with someone that was a lesbian and was too young to know how to come out.
What?
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's how that went down. Okay.
So is it safe to say you helped her figure out how to come out?
Yes. Maybe the wrong way, but yes.
Okay.
Maybe the wrong way, but yes. I was in a situation to where I was involved with a girl that was very tomboyish from my perspective, and not really being exposed to homosexual lifestyles, traits, tendencies. You know, my gaydar was very non-existent. But did I see that she was a tomboy? Yes, of course I did. But did I think that I could change that? Yes, I thought I could. And needless to say that That didn't work out. She is very much staunchly a dude, respectfully. Uh, okay, I mean, it is what it is. Life happens, like you
But
said.
she was attracted to you because you all got a baby.
We do. But you know, when people are young and gay, unless they are just very secure with who they are at that particular point in their life, it's usually going to be this situation of going through the phases of becoming gay. And that's this is from a very personal perspective. I'm in no way an expert or anything like that. I'm just giving a personal perspective. But I've seen young gay people having to go through the stages, and then the acceptance, and then the coming out, and then hey, this is who I am, either like it or not. But at 18 and 19, I mean, I think that there's a shift now that there are kids that are gay and saying, hey, this is who I am. But back in the 90s, that wasn't the case for people from the South in my particular demographic. So that was the situation. And I had a trip to Okinawa for a year. Um, I left her and a baby. And when I came back, she was who she was. She needed that time, that adult time. And I guess the responsibility of having a child to kind of have some perspective of, so yeah, by the time I came back 12 months later, she was just like, yeah, go and drive me to my girlfriend's house, bro. We'll holler at you.
Okay.
Okay.
Were you hurt or surprised?
I think the gambit of emotions ran through. I was confused. I was hurt. The first time you have, someone leave you for the same sex because that's what they prefer. That's a blow emotionally. It's an ego blow. You develop a lot of what's wrong with me, or why would this happen to me type stuff. And I think that, and I don't think it just happens just in this type of situation, but in a lot of situations where there's just a breakup. I think that the homosexual aspect is just an added caveat to the hurt.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like I said, I also I just want to preface by saying this is 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's much different opinion now, because I think life has exposed us to what it has to offer. A lot of things that our parents tried to protect us from, or didn't allow us access to, or didn't allow us knowledge of, we gained that on our own. And
Mhm.
now that you can see at 40 plus, that you can see a backwards perspective of what you was exposed to, not even realizing what it was, it helps you feel more well-rounded. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I agree.
Uh,
I
so
agree.
so so yeah, 30 years ago, being exposed to a someone that was homosexual that hadn't come out yet, that's major. That's that stuff you don't tell people. You know what I'm saying? 30 years ago. It's the stuff you just kind of keep in your inner circle. Mama, daddy. Maybe your first cousin, maybe a really good friend, but that's about it.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
so yeah, that transitioned into another marriage, because by the time she was doing her thing, I was like, oh, well, hell, let me go ahead and do my thing too. That there goes that life, the circle of life again. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Okay.
Um,
So
okay.
what was the after that divorce? Did you date a while? Did you chill out? And then what? Or did you get right
I think
into the relationship?
one kind of coincided with the other. It transitioned one to the other.
Wow.
Again, mind you, this is very early 20s. Um, I'm talking about a guy that was just really, I think, perceived to be knowledge, but I was very green as a youngster, very naive. I just knew how to play it off well. I just knew how to hang around the right people that would make me seem as cool as they were, but I really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Um, what was the question again?
Time frame, divorce.
No dating, no dating, no dating. I was dating intermarital, which transition, yeah, I was already engulfed in another relationship before the divorce was final. which it happens.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's
But y'all
common.
were you were on the path to divorce.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Had separated, living apart. The whole sharing the child visitation and stuff at 24. 23, 24. Again, just after that, I got custody of my daughter, became a single parent. Um, and a 24-year-old and a 2-year-old, really have to learn how to love each other in order to make that thing work. So yeah,
That's
overnight I became a single parent, had to find somewhere to stay, take care of a daughter, get in touch with my feminine side to appease a daughter. But that transitioned into another marriage, which then combined with, which transitioned to a blended family. So, but in between that, was there dating? No. My dating has kicked off primarily in my 40s.
okay.
Anything else that I've done has either been inside of a relationship or inside of a marriage. That's just as honest as that it gets.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
that's as
know that,
honest as it
Tim.
gets. Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
be putting it out there like you just be in the streets.
No. Well, I mean, I dabble. I dabble a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. So how long did you stay married the second time?
4 years, 5 years.
Okay. Okay.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So,
So go
okay,
ahead.
good.
Mm-mm.
I was about to say, so in between the blended family, which transitioned to going overseas, which transitioned into another divorce, and moving back home with then a 8-year-old, 9-year-old, still single parent at this point. Well, when transitioned back to a single parent, I did some dating in between that. That was about a from '09 to 13.
Okay.
Married. So then that transitioned the divorce in '09, transitioned into another marriage.
Tim, you been married 3 times?
Yes.
I
Oh
did
my
not.
God. I've never really just shared this openly with people, but yes. My last marriage lasted from '09 to 13. So when I moved back in 13, it was the third marriage that I was coming back from by the
Wow.
time we reconnected.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, but see, now that makes a lot more sense because that's a lot.
it is. And mind you, all of this was between the ages of 20 and 36.
Right. And Tim, how were you when we graduated?
I was 18 when I graduated. 18 when I graduated. No, yeah, I was 18 because I had my 19th birthday in boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, oh, they just posing so many questions. So, talk about the transitions that put your daughter through. How were you able to handle what she was dealing with?
Um, well, the first thing that I did as a single parent and being a man and understanding that, I think that, a lot of people try to say that a woman can't raise a man. Well, I really felt like a man couldn't just raise a daughter. And I think that
Mhm.
that's more so truer than a woman can't raise a man. It's like, a woman had the man, why she can't raise him? You know what I'm saying? But the man just, was a participant in creating the daughter. So I have no clue about how often you should get your hair done, how often you should get your nails done, having the experience of coming on your cycle for the first time. I did that all by myself. But luckily, I was smart enough to have a group of women that would either be in my local church or that I worked with that I trusted that could be examples. So, on one end, while it allowed me some free time from us, it allowed her some foundation, female foundation. And I had a really strong mother that
I was
was
just gonna
really
say that.
responsible for saying, hey, you know what? I'm coming by to get the baby. I know you need some time. We just gonna hang and go shopping and do woman stuff. So that by the time she was a teenager, it became routine. And then did I date during that time? Yeah. Was it fun? Yeah. Is it something that I kept closed? No. I've never been closed about what I had going on in life. I've always, as brutally honest as you said that I was with you, probably more so with my daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't hide man stuff in my house. I established respect. I didn't hide my porn. Um, I didn't hide who I was dating. I didn't hide who I was seeing. It was common to take my daughter to school and her to be like, I seen Miss So and so car parked outside last night. But we shared those experiences.
Hmm.
Um, and now she's grown and has a child of her own.
Nice. Nice. That's a wonderful story, Tim. Dang.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay. So would you now all of those marriages you won't say to me were because you were trying to be responsible. There was some hopeless romantic in there somewhere.
The hopeless romantic came in probably on the last one when I was mature enough to understand what that was.
Okay.
I think that anytime that I've made the choice to do a marriage, it probably was because it was a situational dating or booty call thing that just kind of transitioned into, okay, you know what? This has become pretty common. We 6 months, we year two, 18 months in, 2 years. Oh, hell, we might as well just go on, get, you know what I'm saying? The last one, I think I made the choice because I felt like I was mature enough to do that.
Okay.
And it wasn't situational. It wasn't because I was living with somebody, or I was down and out, and somebody took me in and took care of me, and I was like, oh, I might as well commit to them. No, I just felt like I was genuinely in love and wanted to commit to that person. That just ended because, again, well, I'm gonna say again, but that just ended because somebody set me down and just said, "Hey, marriage ain't what I thought it was gonna be, and I just don't want to do this anymore." And it was just that civil for her end, but totally because I felt like I was at this point in my life to kind of be committed to the choice. Um, that's the one that broke me.
Yeah. I
Yeah, that's
remember
the
those
one that got me.
conversations. I remember those conversations.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
the one that got me.
Okay.
But since then, I think that I have learned to enjoy dating.
Mhm.
I think that the culmination of the relationships, dating situations, marriages, or whatever, gave me a very broad perspective of dating. And it helped me to understand the logic of being social and being interactive on the dating scene. Um, and I think the most important thing that I really learned from that was that we tend to take dating in a very gray area.
Mm.
And I want to say more so women than men. Again, I want to preface by saying, hey, and no, these are all my personal perspectives. Uh, and I think men, on the other hand, tend to take dating perspective from a very black and white perspective. Men will tell you, hey, if we didn't talk about it, then it didn't happen, or it's not existent. Whereas women will take the activity of that particular person and make assumptions
Mm.
that, oh, well, because this has been consistent for so long or for a while that, oh, now we're in a relationship. And for the man, usually that's not the case. I think women fail by not using the definition of dating from a logical point of view. If you're dating, you're dating. Dating in no way is not a commitment, because women would assume, oh yeah, well he been kind of consistent. This thing, that's my boyfriend, that's my boo. And the dude's like, nah, you're just one of my chicks. You know what I'm saying? I make time for you. I schedule I
Mm.
schedule
I'm
time
on
for you.
schedule.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know little mama gonna be at work till 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and run over here and take her out, man. You know what I'm saying? Woo, 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 set up something for later. And I'm gonna catch up with the man down at 11 o'clock. That's how
Okay,
niggas think.
so, but let me ask, and I've had this conversation with other gentlemen, but isn't that in some form some type of relationship?
It is very much so a relationship. It's just not definitive between the two people because they haven't had that conversation. Communication is very much key. Women make assumptions about men and interacting and dating with them that they shouldn't. So going back to what I was saying that I learned is that I learned to erase all of that gray area in communication with women and made it very black and white. Because dating in it, I mean, the relationships and marriages and being in love and all that type of stuff is highly illogical. There's no logic to it. You can't make sense out of it. I'm pretty sure yourself, you've just had some feelings of love and just kind of being into somebody. You'd be like, where did they come from? You don't know. You can't put any logic to it. I just decided to put logic to dating and made it very definitive. If we're dating, we're dating. And that's it. Now, if we have a conversation and say, hey, kind of taking this thing, what's up with you? What you want to do? And she'd be like, you know what? I'm with that too. Then that's when you take that next step. But in no way, if you haven't had that conversation, should either people assume that they're the only one that they're seeing.
Okay. I mean, I get that. I get that. And I would agree that women do have a tendency to stay in the gray area a lot more than men.
Women are just gray.
What does that mean?
That's gray. Women are gray. Women dilute the black and white so it can be pleasing. Because black and white is very blunt. Like you said, it's brutal. You know what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Either you may like it and you may not. And then, you know, the one part that you don't like may cut you. And that's what you don't like because it's like, it stung you. It's like, So,
but I guess the reality of that is how many brothers are really giving the black and white? Like such as yourself. How many men are actually saying this is this, this is this, no in between?
That's another whole conversation. But I think it's rare because I think that dudes feel like in order to communicate with the woman, they have to be in that gray area. In order to get to know her, in order to get her attention, in order to get some of her time. And you don't agree?
In order to get her vagina, I'll stay in the gray area.
Okay. And we can use that analogy as well. Yeah.
Because I mean, if it's more than just that and it's time and you want blah, 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 whatever it else is that you want, you've had instances where you're dating people and you've given them the black and white and they've made the choice to continue to stay with the black and the white, correct?
Okay, that's correct.
So we should just be given a chance.
I agree with that. I agree. I think that's something else that I've learned in dating is that giving a woman a choice makes it more appreciative. You know, I've heard women say like, look, bro, look, what you told me and how I feel is two totally different things, but I appreciate you telling me.
Absolutely.
That prevents the whoa. I thought I told you. Okay.
Absolutely. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I can say about you though, and the growth is you took the time to heal. You really, really took the time to heal. Because I remember just hearing you over and over again, I'm gonna take care of me. I gotta take care of me. And you did that for the period of time to be able to rebuild yourself to be like, this is what it is. Period.
Right.
So
well, let me say this. Dudes that feel like they have to go outside of the black and white, I think to some degree that they feel like they're going to lose out on something if they're not gray with women. And my philosophy has always been that I can be black and white, and if I can't have you, I can still be with somebody that look like you. I can think about shit. I can think about you. You know what I'm saying? Just because you missed out.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh.
do I think that it's rare that that men are black and white? Yes. Do I think that that it's an age thing? Yes. I think some men, through their experiences, whether inductive or deductive, can just kind of say that, hey, I've ran the gambit of this dating thing, sexual experiences, whatever. I ain't got nothing else to lose. And you know what I'm saying? If
Mm-hmm.
me being who I am and being honest with with people about who I am, um, assist me in losing out on something that I wanted that probably wasn't going to be long term anyway. Did I lose anything? No, I didn't lose anything.
So have you ever been in a situation, Tim, where you've given the black and white and you've noticed that a woman is becoming too emotionally involved
Of
and you've
course.
had to have that
Yeah,
conversation?
of course.
Okay.
Of
Okay.
course. And that's the reason why I say it really depends on the people. Because like I said, you can be black and as blunt and black and white with somebody as ever, but if you're consistent in your actions and those actions are positive, then usually there's going to be some type of connection that's probably going to be more connective initially with the woman than the man.
That's crazy.
But
That's
that's life. But
it
it's common.
is very common. It is
It's common.
very common. Very common. Okay. So dating now, because we talked about you talking about being logical. So are you saying the logic to dating is about the black and white or handling the gray area? What do you mean the logic of dating?
Well, when I say the logic of dating, what I mean is that taking the definition of the word dating and making it very applicable. It's not taking your personal perceptions of what you feel dating is. It's not taking what you've heard about what dating is. It's none of that. It's just taking the Webster's dictionary of dating and making that applicable. That's another way that you can cut out gray areas. If you can just read the definition of dating, doesn't include monogamy, doesn't include seeing one person, doesn't include practicing, being married. It's dating. It's very simple. If you can do that, that's a very good start, I think.
Okay. Okay. And so for men, if they're dating somebody and they see emotional attachment, I'm gonna say emotional red flags.
Okay.
Is what I'm gonna say, because the word attachment tends to happen. And I will say, I can't say, no, I can't say, but attachment and things like that. How do you logically handle red flags?
Slowly, carefully. I think that you should always think about what you're saying before you say it, especially when it comes to handling somebody else's emotions.
Let me just put a
Uh,
pause. I want y'all to notice that this man has gone up and got in the bed. Okay, keep going.
yes, because my phone was about to die and my charger is next to the bed.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Repeat the question again. You threw me out.
I was just like, what is about to happen? Red flags. How do
Oh
men
yeah,
handle
you
red
handle
flags?
them through communication. I think that it also helps to reiterate your initial points, especially if you're not there where she is.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, have I had to have the conversation of somebody expressing to me what they're feeling, and I have to be like, this ain't that, boo. Have I been told that? Yes.
Mm.
So what I'm saying, life is always going to be 360. Whatever you dish out, you're gonna get it back. So when you get it back, you be like, oh, that's how that feel. You know what I'm saying? To have a woman that you're dating, coming through and just break you off and give you the best you ever had. And then when you got a dude start feeling attached, and that woman be like, boo, I thought we had an understanding. That's when the understanding comes full circle. It's like, oh, that's what I was doing.
Wow. Okay.
Then you can learn to control that.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So how old are you now, if you don't mind?
48.
You're 48. Okay. And dating life is better for you now.
Very much so.
Good.
I don't feel like I have anything to lose by being honest.
Mm. Mhm.
And that's whether, whether it hurts me or the other person. You know what I'm saying? People heal. Life goes on.
They
People
do.
move on. I know, you know what I'm saying? I've had a woman that told me, look, I love you to death. I just don't want to be married to you. Hey, you heal from that. You move on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, last thing, your healing process. Um, just take us, because again, men don't like to talk about that. Men don't
Okay.
like to talk about knowing that there is a healing process for males. Women ain't the only people that get hurt and have tender hearts and things of that nature. So just speak to it in a way that brothers would understand that the healing process is necessary.
Okay. So yes. I think that in any situation, not just healing from relationships, that we are all going to have our normal, regular routine of the way that we're going to heal. There's no specific way. I don't think that there's no specific time frame. It depends on the individual. Um, but do I think that there needs to be time for a person to heal? Yes. Um, the way that I healed was through a lot of drugs, sex, promiscuity. Did I pronounce that right? Um, Dating a lot. Not spending time with myself. Always cluttering my time up with people. Um, all of those were the wrong things. So once I really just kind of set myself down and just had some really long talks by myself, with myself, um, learning to go out by myself and enjoy just that. Have I sat in movie theaters by myself and cried because I was heartbroken? Yes. Have I just rode 240 for hours just looping and crying? Yes. Have I had days that, as long as I was functional during the day, I was cool. But the minute I got in that car and pulled off the lot wherever I was working, disaster. Yes. That's heartbreak.
Mhm.
I think men don't express that. I think we fail each other as men by not saying, yes, I have emotions. Yes, I've cried. Yes, a woman done broke my heart before. But I heal from that by just spending time with myself, by myself, sitting in movie theaters by myself with tears welling up, or eating out by myself and feeling lonely, living by myself and feeling lonely. Um, and then over time, all of those things just start to turn around to where now I love it. I love going by my. I ain't got to be bothered with nobody. It's peaceful. I'm an empty nester. Um, yeah, I love coming home and ain't nobody here but me. If I want to leave my clothes at the front door and then pick them joints up and put them back on the way out the next morning, I do. But yes, men, heartbreak, heal from it, take your time, but spend time with yourself, by yourself. Be honest with, if you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with nobody. If you can't be honest with yourself and tell yourself, hey, this is who I am. This is what I like. This is what I enjoy. This is what I enjoy doing. This is how I like to do it. This is when I want to do it, where I want to do it. And that be solidified with yourself, and you get to a point that you don't care who like it. Okay, you don't like that, that's fine. I'm still gonna be who I am, whether I'm with you or by myself. So yeah, take time to heal. Enjoy dating. Keep it logical. Keep it black and white. Be honest, and yeah, just enjoy it. Enjoy it. My life is so good. Millions didn't make it through relationships or COVID.
But
But
you
I'm
were
telling
one of
you,
the ones who did.
man, folks done killed themselves by being heartbroken.
You right. You are
Come
so
on, man.
right. You are so right.
Man, millions didn't make it.
You are so
But
right.
I still here.
I
Yes,
feel you.
yes,
I
yes.
feel you.
I'm
What
Go
you gonna
ahead.
say? Nope. I want to say that. What you gonna say?
I was about to ask, how are you enjoying dating?
Um,
Ah,
it's okay. It's okay. I know my tolerance level is not what it should be. So certain things at this point I just don't tolerate. So mm, if you get a second date, then
oh, you good if you get a second date.
yeah, yeah. That's all I got. Because men won't be black and white. When I go out, if I'm gonna go out, there's certain questions that I'm gonna ask because again, I was married 18 years. I don't have nothing to lose.
But do women really want the black and white? That's always a debate. I think the wanting of the black and white is very rare. I think that here's again personal opinion. I think that women live in their heads and they have already prescribed the relationship they want in their head. And if they get a piece of man that's halfway consistent, they make that dude what is in their head.
Mm.
I know I done had women tell me, hey, I want you to do this. I want you to do it like this. No, that's not who I am. You can't make me be what you want me to be to fit within the compartmentalization of your personalized relationship. So I think you relax your stringency some, ma'am. I'm talking to you.
Relax it.
Yes.
What do
Because
you
no
explain
situation
it?
because you're never gonna always get everything that you want out
I,
of the
I don't want everything that I want. I have
okay.
no problem with compromising, but
Oh,
certain things.
you were coming across like a little uncompromising.
No, that is not the case.
Okay.
That is not the case. That is not the case. I have no problem with compromising, but there are certain things that I'm not going to compromise on.
Understood.
So
And at what 40s plus, that should very well be
I'm
the case.
45.
That should very well be the case, man. I
Mm-hmm,
would agree.
mm-hmm,
Can't
mm-hmm.
compromise on everything. We should, at this age and through our experiences, should have a level or a standard of just saying, "Hey, this is where I'm at." You know what I'm saying? I was doing that 20 years ago, and I accepted that 20 years ago. I ain't got to accept it no more.
No, absolutely not. And then what are we dating for then?
Right, 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 right.
So I get you. Thank you, Tim. This was like one of our phone call conversations.
Didn't get as in depth as the phone call conversation, but I was trying to be good. I swear, I'm trying to be good right
And
now.
your mouth was really clean.
I'm trying. I'm
I'm
trying. I'm
impressed.
trying.
I'm impressed because
I
I was
tried.
really. I mean, it's live. I just really thought you was gonna go, so I am impressed.
I mean, I can be professional sometimes. I ain't no fool all the time. But I'm stupid now.
Now, when we on the phone, you go way
Yeah.
left,
Yeah, I had to be controlled because ain't no telling what I say now.
and ain't no telling who watching. You are so stupid. Good to see you.
Good to see you. I hope to see you soon in
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Yeah, it's time for a hug.
Yeah, one of them hugs where you can feel each other's heartbeat.
There you go. All right. So
That's close. That's close. Look, we've been friends for what? I know at least 33 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
That's a heartbeat hug, man.
You are so right.
Yeah,
It
that's a
deserves
heartbeat
a
hug.
heartbeat hug every
It's a
time I
very
see it.
plutonic heartbeat hug.
Plutonic.
Yeah.
Nina, he making up some more words.
What is it? Plutonic?
Pla.
Platonic. Platonic hug.
Timothy, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Again, it's always good to see you.
Good to see you as well, man.
Take care of yourself.
All right. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Man, that is so real. I've been friends with that man for 31 some years, maybe 32. years. And you know, those type of things are priceless. You need someone in your life who's going to be brutally honest, and not always your girlfriends, because your girlfriends are going to give you the girlfriend perspective. But ladies, if you don't have a guy in your life that you can call and talk to when you have gotten attached, or you have fallen in the gray area, or just need a shoulder, that's something to consider. That's something to consider. I'm not, you know, everybody don't have a brother. My brother Al is probably watching. Al and I don't talk all the time, but when we do talk, it takes me back to us living across the street from each other and knowing that no matter what happened, he was going to always be there for me. So having a male perspective, having a male in your life just to give you their perspective is important. Same thing, brothers. You need a woman that you can trust, that you can talk to when your heart is broken or when you're confused about what's going on and misunderstandings, and you misunderstanding a woman and not knowing how to be honest. We have to live together. We live in this world together. We were created to coexist together, not just to have sex, even though sex is great. We are meant to be together, to coexist, and to flourish, and to learn from each other. So thank you so much. Thank you everybody who has tuned in. I love you all so much. I love your comments. I love you just being there and supporting what I'm doing, because it's enough going on television with ratchet behavior. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I do have my grill that I wear every once in a while, you know, and it's a lot of foolishness going on. But to support love and healing and tapping into people's lives to show us that life goes on, like Tim said, everything is 360. As long as you wake up and take another breath, here we go again. Let's try again. So thank you again for tuning in. I'm so glad to be back and refreshed. And I hope to see you next Tuesday. Peace, love, and restoration. Have a wonderful week, guys. I love you.